Hey, welcome back to Simply Shemane. I'm your host, Shemane, and I'm so glad that you're here because today's show is awesome. We've got Governor Mike Huckabee. He's got a brand new book out, and he talks a little bit about what's going on in Nashville. And we've also got Ron White, who is a two-time USA memory champion. And then stick around because it's really important to me that we always end this show with something to make you smile. And boy, do we ever. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Simply Shemane is powered by Patriot Mobile, America's only Christian conservative wireless service provider.
Governor Mike Huckabee is a Fox News contributor, and he is a multiple best-selling author. I'm so happy to have him here as my guest today. Governor, thank you so much for joining me.
It's a pleasure, Shemane. I always enjoy being around anyone who will tolerate your husband, Ted, for a length of time. You know, I love him. We've hunted together. He has been such a friend, and it is a real joy to get to be with you today.
It's a pleasure to be with you, too. And I know you and Ted go way back, and you've been on many hunting trips together, and you have a fond affinity for our beloved Gonzo, who passed away a couple of years ago.
Great
Wonderful
dog.
Hunting dog.
He was one of the best dogs I've ever seen work the duck woods, and I've seen a bunch of them. And I had a great duck dog for 15 years, my dog Jet, who was great. But Gonzo was one I tell people about all the time. I said, you know, Ted Nugent had a dog that worked those woods as well as any dog I've ever seen in my life. And as Ted will attest, there's nothing that gives a hunter more pleasure, even more than actually harvesting the game, than to have a dog that really does his job well.
Absolutely. In fact, I learned how to squirrel hunt just to make my dogs happy. And Ted didn't think I could do it, and I did it. But you know what? We got a secret weapon this year. Do you know what that is?
What is that?
A German Shepherd who hunts.
Whoa, I've never heard of a German Shepherd hunting. So you've got to get some video of that.
2 labs, and then we got the German Shepherd. She's now 2 years old, and nobody told her she's not a lab. So she just does what the labs do. She swims, she duck hunts, everything.
I love it. You know, I tell people all the time, Shemane, I would not live in a world without dogs. Dogs make people better people. And, you know, there's just something magic about the love of a dog. It's an unconditional love. I tell people it's the closest love from God that we'll ever know on earth is the love of a dog. And it's absolute fidelity to its master. It's just a special relationship and a bond.
So speaking of dogs, what's going on in Nashville?
Well, I host my television show on TBN, the Trinity Broadcasting Network, every week. And so I come to Nashville every week and do that. And, you know, Ted was going to be here in studio, but then COVID killed that. So we did a virtual show with him. As soon as this stuff ever lifts, and I'm praying it will soon, I'm anxious to have Ted, and you'll have to come too and see. We have a beautiful theater here in Nashville. We have a live audience. We do music every week. Of course we do. It's Nashville. Naturally, we do music. And it's just a fun show. We have just enough politics to keep it interesting, but we do magicians, comedians, music, entertaining features. It's just a fun show. It runs every weekend on Saturdays and Sundays on TBN. So if people have not yet viewed it, they need to. And if they don't know how to do it, there's a channel finder because you get it. Go to huckabee.tv and you can find it there.
Well, I love it, and I can't wait to come and join Ted. But when I mentioned dogs, I meant what's going on in Nashville with the mayor?
Oh, yeah. Well, the mayor has lost his mind if he ever had one. This is a guy that basically has lied to the people who elected him to serve them. And he cooked the numbers on the COVID cases that came out of bars and restaurants so that he could keep them closed. And it's basically just shattered the local economy of Nashville. So you would think that a person who is the mayor of a city would do everything he can to keep the economy moving, be able to get people to come to Nashville, enjoy the ambiance of this incredible city. But no, not this mayor. He closes it down. And when it became evident that there were only 22 cases of COVID that came from bars, and most of the COVID cases were actually nursing homes. He hid that information from the people as early as June and told his health department to keep it private. And the health department and the mayor essentially conspired to lie to the people and keep everything closed. So they've missed the whole summer, which could have been at least partially open. And a lot of the businesses in downtown Nashville have gone out of business permanently because they couldn't afford just to hold on indefinitely. And I don't know if this mayor is going to survive this. And I'll be honest with you, Shemane, he shouldn't survive this. He ought to resign because he betrayed the trust of the people of his city.
You know, a lot of people have been asking, is this really all about the virus?
You know, I don't think so. I believe the virus is serious. I'm very careful. You know, I had double pneumonia a few years ago, so I'm very cautious because, you know, I realize if I got it, I might be compromised to a point that it would be very dangerous for me. So, you know, I take all the precautions. I wash, I wear the mask when I'm out in public and stuff, and I don't mind all that. But the truth is, this is the first time in human history where we've isolated the healthy people. I mean, historically, when you have a plague or a pandemic, you isolate the people who are sick or vulnerable, and everybody else goes ahead and lives. This is the first time we've done the opposite. We've isolated the healthy people. And I think someday we'll look back and realize maybe we didn't do this exactly right. And the damage to our economy, the damage to people's psychological health, suicides are up dramatically, drug abuse is up dramatically because people are just stressed beyond their capacity. And so while COVID is serious and it's dangerous, and some people who get it could die from it, although 99% of the people who get it will not die from it, I really feel that it's time for us to reevaluate the manner in which this has been handled and start opening up our communities, our areas of economic engine. And I'll tell you when it got silly is when mayors of these big cities said that you were safe if you rioted, but you weren't safe if you went to church. You were safe if you went to a casino, but don't go and sing songs at church. And I'm thinking, you've got to be kidding. And I think that's when people started saying, okay, that's enough. We're not going to keep doing this.
Does it feel like they want to push God out of our schools, out of our Pledge of Allegiance, and out of our lives? You know, you've got a new book, The 3 C's That Made America Great: Christianity, Capitalism, and the Constitution. Tell us about that, Mike.
Well, sometimes people don't understand that America is a great country. I really believe that with all my heart, but it's not a great country accidentally. First of all, it was based on the Judeo-Christian worldview that says that we are individually responsible to God, and that God is the one who gave us our freedoms and our basic human rights. Those are not a gift of government. Human government didn't give us those basic liberties. God did. And the government's job is to protect them. Capitalism is the economic system that we're built on. And it's the notion that if you work, you benefit from your work. And if you work harder, you get more from your harder work. It's direct contrast to the notion of socialism or communism, where you work a little, you still get the same. You work a lot, you still get the same. It destroys the incentive. And the result is an economic system like that fails. But an economic system of capitalism works because everybody can prosper. Everyone is in an unlimited capacity. And it's not like the pie is in a set form and there can be no more of it. In a capitalistic economy, the pie can get bigger. So if somebody gets more, it doesn't mean that that's at the expense of somebody else. Somebody being rich doesn't make somebody else poor. It's something a lot of Americans have never fully understood. And then the Constitution, that's the third part of the book. And we just want to make sure that everybody understands that the Constitution is the document upon which our country has made the most significant kind of impact on the world, because it demands that the government leave us alone. Here's what most people, this is the simplest way I can put the Constitution. The Constitution never tells government what it can do. It tells government what it better not do. It does not empower government. It empowers the people. And the Constitution tells us what we are free to do and what the government had better never infringe upon.
Well, Everybody needs to go out and get your book, Mike. I can't wait to read it. I'm so grateful for you coming on today. I know you've got a very important call with the White House coming up, so I don't want you to miss that. But thanks again so much. I can't wait to be in Nashville and be on your set.
Looking forward to having you, Shemane. Give my best to my buddy Ted, and take good care of the dogs. I know you will, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Thank you.
All right. Take care, Mike.
Bye-bye.
Stay tuned. We'll be right back. To bring you all of this, it's really important to point out our sponsors. And Patriot Mobile has been here with me from day one. And you know, when I did some research about Patriot Mobile, and I thought, it's a new cell phone organization, and who wants to change that's going to be complicated, and I got to go to some store, and I got to speak on the line, wait on hold for hours. Girlfriend, no. It's simple. It's easy to do to switch, but here's the most important thing. The older I get, the more I realize how important it is to align myself with organizations that buoy my spirit and that reflect my morals and values. And Patriot Mobile does that. So this attracts me. What Patriot Mobile stands for is they're the only Christian wireless cell phone service provider. And do your own research. Go check it out for yourself. If you are with AT&T or Verizon or whatever, find out where they invest their extra dollars. Patriot Mobile doesn't invest in Planned Parenthood. They invest in Christian organizations and conservative organizations that resonate with me. I think it will resonate with you too. So check it out.
And I also, one of the things I love about them too is they are all about traditional family values. And so I think with everything that's going on today and everybody trying to get away from traditional family values, so important. And so that's one of the things that I also love about them. And another thing is that they are offering 10% off service plans for Shemane customers. So patriotmobile.com/Shemane.
You got to do it. You got to at least try it and check it out. Check it out because it's good. It's good for me. I love it, and I think you will too. So check it out, patriotmobile.com/Shemane. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
My true passion here at Senior Care Michigan is helping clients organize their financial plans so they can make it through retirement years, making life a lot easier on them.
We do make sure that your assets are going to be protected at Senior Care Michigan.
It was my calling to help a lot of families, retirees, straighten out difficult problems.
Let us help you achieve the retirement that you deserve. Call us today to get started at 810-658-6722 or visit us online at scmichigan.com.
I was a veteran of the Navy. I served from 2002 to 2010 as a reservist. In 2007, I was deployed to Afghanistan. When I returned from Afghanistan, just one of my thoughts, the general public has no idea the scope of the sacrifice that so many families and heroes made. If I was a painter, I would have painted a portrait. If I was a singer, I would have written a song. It only made sense to use my memory. I memorized everyone that died in Afghanistan, and I memorized them in the order of their death. 2,300 plus people ranked first name, last name. It's over 7,000 words. It was just my way to honor them, to say you were significant, your life was important, and we honor you, and we're not going to forget you.
Ron White is a two-time USA memory champion. I need to have some of what he has learned so that I can remember how to introduce him. But Ron White is a two-time USA memory champion. He held the record for the fastest person to memorize a deck of cards in the USA. And he's also a Navy veteran. Thank you so much for your service. Who memorized, wait till you hear this, guys. The 2,400 members of the U.S. military who died in the war in Afghanistan. And if that's not enough, he can also recite the Constitution. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you for having me here. And I just want to comment right off the bat, something you said in my introduction that very few people word it the way you did. And I love the way you worded it. You said you want to learn what I have learned.
Yes.
In other words, most people will say, I wish I had his skills or I had his gifts. They assign it as a natural ability. But you in the introduction acknowledged it's something I learned and you can learn it.
Yeah.
And in 29 years of doing this, very rarely am I introduced to that way.
Well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
I'm honored that you like it, but it's true. Like, I want to be better at whatever it is that I have to do so that I can be a better mom, wife, daughter, sister, friend, and all around, a better patriot.
Right.
And so speaking of patriotism, what made you want to do what you do?
Well, as far as patriotism, as far as that goes, I grew up with my father was a police officer, and he had served in the military. My grandfather was in the Navy in World War II. So I think I grew up in a family that loved America and was patriotic. I think as far as memory goes, though, it was what you just said as well, though. You said you like to learn. You want to always learn and be better. And so 29 years ago, I was an 18-year-old kid, and I heard about a memory course, and I took this memory course for one reason. I wanted to learn. I wanted to find something new, something cool that I could memorize or that I could do. So as far as memory goes, it just is a desire to learn. And as far as patriotism goes, I think that was something that was inbred in me and my family.
It's hard, to learn patriotism.
Yeah.
And if you have grown up in those surroundings, it's kind of, it's a part of you. Okay, so how do I learn what you do?
Well, it's a system,
Okay.
as you alluded to in my introduction.
Okay.
It's, if you think about it, you go to your friend's house and you have a coat on because it's cold outside, and your friend says, hey, you can put your coat in that room in there. So you take your coat off, you put your coat in that chair, you hang out with your friend for 2 or 3 hours. When it's time to go, your coat is in that other room in that chair. You're not panicking, you're not scared, where's my coat? It's disappeared. You walk through the house and you get it. In essence, that chair held the coat in your memory. So imagine this. What if you could take anything you wanted to remember and just place it in a chair, and then place the next thing in that chair, and then place the next thing in that chair, and place the next thing in that chair. And then when you want the information later, you just go back to that chair, you go back to there, you go back to there. Let me give you a real quick example.
Okay.
On this screen right here, I want you to imagine a washing machine, and it's spinning around and clothes are flying out. So what's flying out of the screen?
A washing machine?
A washing machine.
Okay.
Right here, I want you to imagine a dam, like a dam on a river, and the water's flowing and coming over it. So what's right here?
A dam?
A dam. Right here, sitting next to you is a chef cooking your favorite food.
Okay.
What's your favorite food?
Salmon.
Okay, so you got a chef in here. So what's right here?
Washing machine?
What's here?
Dam?
What's here?
Chef.
And we'll do one more.
Ooh.
On that tree is medicine.
Ooh.
So we got NyQuil dropping off of that.
NyQuil, okay.
So let's say it again. Right here?
Washing machine?
Here.
Dam?
Here.
Chef? NyQuil.
We'll stop there. Okay, you got it.
Quit while I'm ahead, right?
What's that?
Quit while I'm ahead.
Yeah, we'll stop there.
But okay, so 2,400 names in the Constitution. I do appreciate that, and I had a good breakfast this morning, so that I think maybe that's part of it. But 2,400 names in the Constitution. How long did it take you to do that?
So what we just memorized
Yeah.
here was the first 4 presidents of the United States. Washing machine for Washington, a dam for Adams, a chef for Jefferson, and medicine for Madison. Washington, Adams, Jefferson, Madison. So this is how I did the Afghanistan wall. I numbered 2,400 pieces of furniture. Now, not just in my house, my friend's house, my cousin's house, I had about 50 pieces of furniture in my house, but my favorite restaurant, the bookstore, whatever. It took me 10 months to do that. The Constitution, it took me about 6 weeks. The Constitution was easier, though, because each line leads to the next line.
Yes.
Random names don't have any brain triggers. But this is a system that anybody could do to give a speech without notes, right? Put point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4. A kid could memorize the presidents of the United States. It's simple, but it works.
So going back to the mechanism that you use a physical, like a washing machine, So you use something that sounds like Washington, like what you're trying to remember. Is that what you do?
In essence, or, it could be, I always think of Washington crossing the Delaware when I think of Washington, that painting or picture.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter, but just so it reminds you of the trigger. But that's what I did with the war in Afghanistan, the names. I was in Afghanistan in 2007. And when I came back from Afghanistan, I just thought, man, I really want to do something of significance with my memory. So I have this wall. I travel around the United States with it, and I'll write out everybody who died in the war from memory. It takes about 11 hours to write it all out. It would be like you're at the Vietnam Wall and you're watching someone write the Vietnam Wall from memory. I just do it with Afghanistan.
Wow, that's amazing. And God bless you for doing that, because it's honoring those people's lives. And what broke my heart at September 11th, that they didn't want to read the names. Something as simple as reading the names at the memorial, that's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. When I was memorizing everybody who died in the war in Afghanistan, I was telling a friend of mine who was a Navy SEAL about it. And he said, Ron, you don't understand. He said, you're going to be writing at this wall, and moms and dads are going to hear about it on the radio. They're going to turn their car around. They're going to drive to that wall, and they're going to stand there in tears for 3 hours waiting for you to write their son's name. And I said, he's my friend. And I said, TC, I appreciate your encouragement. I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal, but I appreciate it. Every time that happens, moms and dads will stand there. They'll wait for 4 hours. As it gets closer to their son's name, the anticipation builds. They start crying. They hug me. They say, thank you for not letting people forget about my son. And that's why I do it.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for speaking out. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it. And I'm going to work on that. All right. Stick around. We'll be right back. I got that part down.
Yeah.
Patriot Mobile was built on the values of Americans. We are humbled, recently achieving the highest customer satisfaction among all wireless providers. As America's only Christian conservative wireless service provider, you'll receive great performance, and we'll donate a portion of every dollar earned to support your values. Try a wireless company that really cares about you and your values. Call us today, mention Shemane, and get our best promotion.
Welcome back. I'm really excited about this next segment because I have no idea what we're doing. You might have noticed what's on my head and that there are extra people here. And I'm so excited because we have Sarah Crilly, the master of this game that we're about to play. We have Ron White, who is a memory expert. He's joining us back in the studio again today. Diana Davis, who's producer on this show, and we always have to recruit her for everything. And Dr. Anna Kabecka, who is also known as the girlfriend doctor. So thank you, everybody, for joining me.
Well, thank you for introducing me as the master of this game. It's actually the first time I played this version.
Oh, okay.
It's the Headbands No Limits, and I just ripped through these instructions and kind of put my own twist on it. So we'll see how we do.
All right, so my goal here with this show is I start out with a little bit of current events, and it's kind of serious. And as we go into the show, I want to always end with something to make you smile. So this is it. So what do you got planned for us, Miss Crilly?
Okay, so we are playing the Headbands No Limits game. Everybody has a card on their head, and I have cards in my hand. And we are going to guess what card is on her head. Let's start with Shemane.
So how does this work? So I have to guess what's on it.
Yes.
And I ask you questions?
And you ask us, your fans, and your audience.
Okay.
And your gaming team.
And your gaming team. Okay. So can I start out with something general like, is it a person?
No.
No.
Is it a place?
No.
Is it a thing?
It is a thing.
Yeah.
Is it a fruit?
No.
Is it an animal?
No.
Is it give me some...
So it is a very well-known song.
Oh, it's a song.
But it's also
Not just a song.
it's also a liquid
It's also a liquid.
that you would
You
indulge.
can consume.
Alcohol.
Yes.
Wine.
No.
Close, but no.
So do I have to say, like, is it whatever I think it
Sure.
is? Okay. So close, but no, it's not alcohol.
It is.
It is alcohol, but it's not wine.
No.
Is it whiskey?
No.
I don't know much about alcohol.
Can I give a small hint?
Yeah.
Small hint.
Type of drink.
A type
Not
of,
necessarily a type of
like a
alcohol.
Cosmo?
You're on the right track.
See, I don't know alcohol. That
It's an easy one.
It's an easy one.
Yeah.
Like
Fuzzy navel?
a regional favorite.
A regional favorite.
It's a fun one.
A margarita?
Look at you. You got it.
I was worried. I was going to say Jimmy Buffett is what I was going to say.
Margarita Bell. It's a place. I was still like stuck on it's a place.
Our next
Margarita
contestant,
Bell.
we are going to time you.
Okay.
Look at me.
He's next. He's next.
Okay.
We're not going to be so generous with this one.
I got that.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Is it a person?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, a guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Movie star?
Yes.
Action hero type guy?
Yes.
Yes.
Tom Cruise?
No.
Tom Hanks?
No.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Is he a strong guy?
Yes.
He's a strong guy.
Rocky, Sylvester Stallone?
No.
But so close.
modern-
You're so close.
Oh, not Sylvester Stallone.
In the words.
In the words?
Shemane, does he say something special that everybody knows about?
Rocky?
Close, so close.
I don't know.
A
Does he?
boxer?
Does he?
No.
You. What does he say?
Word that you were saying.
Rocky.
Uh-huh.
But maybe not the whole word.
Rock?
Yes. Oh,
Do you
The
smell
Rock.
what the rock is cooking? Y'all are good. You've had time to spare
Oh my
there.
God! Well, y'all gave me good hints. Okay.
oh my God.
Okay, Diana.
Time, so we can't wait.
I know.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Is it a person?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it a female?
Yes.
Is she glamorous?
Can be.
Can
Is she a
be.
movie star?
Yes.
Yes.
Is she in movies today?
No.
No.
Is she alive?
No.
No.
I think right.
Is she
No.
blonde?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
We didn't know.
Well, I'm not sure.
Oh, you don't
Black
know
and white
she's alive?
television era.
Black and white television.
she's
era.
not.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
okay.
oh, back
Yeah,
to
he would
television
know.
era.
He's the memory guy.
Gosh. Oh my gosh. How old was she? What era? I can even ask that? Ask the
60s,
question.
60s, 70s.
Yeah.
I Love Lucy. Lucille Ball.
Oh my God.
How did you do that?
Oh
You were
my
good at
gosh.
that. Good
That was awesome.
Good
Okay,
job.
That was
Anna.
I'm so proud right now.
Okay,
I
Anna,
was
ready?
pretty happy too.
I have no clue. All right. Is it something you eat?
Yes.
Yes.
Is it a dinner food?
Mm-mm.
Breakfast?
No.
Lunch?
No.
Is it keto?
No.
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Is
It
it?
could be though. I'm
Is
not
it a
sure.
is it a prepared food?
No.
Okay. So is it like steak?
No.
Is it greens?
No.
No.
So
You're on the right track.
animal kingdom,
No.
seafood kingdom,
No.
vegetable kingdom.
No.
Nope.
You're sweet.
You're close though.
Oh, a dessert.
Kinda.
You go very well with dessert.
Wow, I go well with dessert. Ice cream,
No.
Close.
No.
Goes well with
Keep
chocolate.
chocolate.
Back to
Keep going.
the
syrup,
Keep going.
no.
chocolate syrup, ice cream. Something that goes well with dessert.
Something that
But
grows.
you
Something
eat
that could be on top of a dessert.
Yeah.
cherry. That's hard.
That was hard.
Well, so you start to feel
That
a
was
little hot.
hard.
You're
I
like,
know.
Did you? Okay.
What food
All
group
right.
did I miss? That's hysterical.
Did you? Okay.
Oh, we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Okay.
No. It's your
we're doing
turn.
yours.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh
Am I
yeah.
a thing?
Yes.
Am I a human?
No.
No.
I'm a thing. Is useful.
Is it what?
Am I useful as a thing?
Yeah.
Kinda.
I mean-
yeah.
Do I go fast?
No.
Am I used during a type of day?
No.
No.
How did you know that I'm not good at this game?
Probably on the wrong track.
Okay.
I think we're on the wrong track. Start again.
Okay.
Give me a really good hint.
This is not a good hint. Should I say what's
you
on the
say-
card?
say what's on the
Wait,
card?
wait, let me say what's on the card.
What'd you just say?
Am I useful?
No, after that.
Am I fast?
No, okay, never mind.
Okay, so here's the hint. Round, firm, saucy.
A marshmallow.
No.
No.
But at least you're on the right
Yeah.
category.
Yeah.
Of a dessert? Of a sweet?
No, just food in general. Edible.
Something you eat.
Yes. Round,
Saucy.
Round.
firm, and saucy.
I love that.
I don't know about saucy. I guess so.
Do people put sauce on them?
Yes.
I looked
Yeah.
at all the cards before this.
I've seen it, you know, in catering.
do you enjoy me?
I love
Yeah.
that. I love that.
And so do Italians.
And there could be Swedish versions or Italian versions.
And do I go on dinner?
Yes.
Am I a meatball?
Wait, there's a pillow.
Last game.
Okay, we've got to be
And
quick.
you are going to pick a partner. So we'll be a team and we'll be a team. How about that?
Great.
Right.
Okay, so here's us.
Okay.
And then y'all. And we're doing charade.
And we have to charade this out.
Oh, charade. Okay.
Charade this.
Okay, right.
Okay, well, I pick Ron to do the acting.
Yeah. Are you going to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the laboratory. Don't you love the
Scientist? Scientist?
Mad scientist.
Very good.
That's
Okay.
so good.
That was easy.
Oh my gosh, how do you even do this?
Put this in the hot water in the
Tea-bag.
morning.
Okay, we're going to do one more.
Okay.
That was quicker than we thought.
Okay, I'm ready for this one.
Are you
Ready?
ready?
All right, ready?
We're gonna go.
Yeah. No.
Are you wired up?
Are you ready? No. Ready?
Roller coaster.
Oh no! Do you feel it?
Earthquake.
Yeah!
Oh my God. Good job.
We all thought it was a roller
I
coaster.
know.
We did it!
Now we know what she looks like on a roller coaster.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
A favorite dessert?
I was thinking like boom and then
Oh, there you
You have
go.
to act it out.
You have to, yeah.
okay.
It's not
boom.
pound hammer. Seriously?
First word you
Pound
said.
cake.
Shemane, you are so good at
I'm
this.
really good at this.
You are really good at this.
Okay, that was
I
fun.
would love
cake.
to, guys, but we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna come back and do this more again next week. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and thank you to our sponsors, Patriot Mobile, Rough Greens, and Senior Care of Michigan. If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be able to have so much fun. So please support them. All right, guys, we'll see you right here, 5 p.m. Eastern, every Tuesday. Don't miss it. Simply Shemane. Thanks for joining us. Can you guys do the wave with me? Have you ever seen? Ready? Bye. Our dogs are like family to us. Honestly, the highlight of my day is being able to spend time with them. No matter what kind of mood I'm in, bad hair, they don't care. And they always make me smile. Except, of course, when they don't feel good. Rough Greens is 100% natural, highly concentrated nutrition from fruits and vegetables with essential vitamins and minerals, probiotics, no GMOs, added corn, or artificial ingredients. And you know what? My dogs love it. I became a customer before they sponsored this show. If you want your dogs to have better joint health, better digestion, and more energy, add Rough Greens to their food and keep your furry friends a part of your family for a long, long time. Use promo code Shemane for 10% off any purchase.